battle has just begun. The Sony Ericsson World BBoy Series. We have travelled to the Far East, to North America and Scandinavia, looking for the world's best B-boys. But now that you're educated in the crew battles, it's time to go to Le Mans in France to check out the solo battles. Now, France has one of the best hip-hop scenes in the world outside of the US, so expect the competition to be intense. Also this week, we're going to teach you how to get garmed up in a B-boy style, give you a bit of that swagger, and you get to spend a day in the shoes of the UK's finest B-boy outfit, Soul Mavericks. But before all of that, let's cross to Scandinavia to find out what happened there last week.
UK Champs 2010, Finland, y'all.
We're here, Helsinki, Finland, day 3 of the B-boy weekend. All great crews from Eastern Europe, Scandinavia.
Back in the days, people were painting with car paints because that's all there was. Now there's an entire business and industry for graffiti art.
For me, battle is a battle. If I'm battling you, for example, I want to smash you, I want to hit you, you know.
We won, and we will come to UK 4 times in a row. Sorry.
Top 9 showing why for 3 consecutive years they got down to the final 2. Now Le Mans is better known for a 24-hour car race, but now it's time for the cars to park themselves away in the garage and make way for the B-boys as we show you the contenders for the French solo battles. While the French solo qualifiers were taking place in Le Mans, for Hooch, it was just another day in the office.
We are currently in B-boy HQ, the nerve centre.
Yes, then.
Which is actually not as glamorous or as interesting as you may think. I'm supposed to be in France for the qualifier out there for the solos.
Throughout the World Series, the founder of the UK BBoy Championships, Hooch, has been our man in the know, attending all of the international qualifiers. But when you're providing a live show to 5,000 screaming fans, sometimes travel plans just have to be put on hold.
Solos has become this battle of the real true B-boys. We wanted it to be a competition that stood alone in that way.
Last year it was B-boy Morris from Sacramento who took the title.
Well, Morris is one of those incredible B-boys who seems to have it all. I mean, he just brings that dynamic, you know? I mean, it's like, he's really fast. He'll be doing some footwork and he'll suddenly just be able to go straight into a blow-up. He's just one of those characters that when he hits the floor, you know, you better watch out.
Although an American won last year, the French have a fine B-boy pedigree. Red Bull BC1 is another big international solo competition, and French reigning champion Lilou received a special invite to the UK B-boy Championships.
Lilou's the only B-boy to win the Red Bull BC1 twice. One of the most famous B-boys on the planet right now.
But there was still one spot up for grabs in Le Mans.
Yeah, it's going to be a big competition. I think the French solo B-boys right now are showing that they're at the top of the game.
So who was in the running to join Lilou and represent France in the UK? French B-boy organiser JP was the man in the know.
My name is Jean-Philippe, but everybody call me JP. We are in the downtown. This is an outdoor event. Today we have a 3-on-3 international battle and the 1-on-1 French-UK qualification. For the 3-on-3 we have a lot of different countries, and for the 1-on-1 French-UK qualification the guys are coming from all parts of France. The best will be there. Yes. Billy Boy is already really famous.
La stratégie c'est plutôt technique, les combos directs, tu vois. Pas faire trop de base, tout ça.
We have one guy from Vagabond. His name is Mounir. He is one of the best solo b-boy right now in France.
I entered in the crew, Vagabond's crew in 2004, and they learned me everything. Everybody thinks I will win, I have more chance. If you start to think like this is the beginning of the end.
We have a young guy too from Legitime Obstruction, Khalil.
I have to win, and there is really good b-boys, so we will see.
The guys are all very, very good, and I don't want to say anything about that because it's already going to be difficult for the judges, then even for me it's just impossible to say. Let's see.
We'll see who's booked their ticket to Brixton later on in the show. But first, let's break down the art of the solo b-boy battle. You'll know by now that crew battles are all about unity, breakers working off each other to take out the opposition. But what happens when your crew is taken away and the only person you can rely on is you?
This is a war that you have to win alone.
A lot of guys that are in crews also dance as soloists because it gives them an opportunity to represent themselves and also to test themselves.
So how do you win a solo battle? Well, who better to tell us than last year's world champion, Morris.
Strategize to beat the guy. Like if he's doing something that you can't do what you do best. And if a person's so-so, then wear him out with everything. Like all of the dynamics, footwork, finesse, everything.
Ho 1 has taken part in his fair share of solo battles and these days knows just what to look for when he's asked to judge.
You got to get really, really technical, and the smallest minor defect, you got to count that.
In a solo battle, judges are still looking for the same criteria as in a crew battle. Originality, style, execution, technique and musicality. But in addition to all of this, you obviously need a lot of stamina and variety. Each round you put down has to be different from your last if you want to impress the judges.
You need a lot of sets, you definitely need the stamina.
In a solo battle, you need at least 20 to 30 sets ready if you make it to that finals, okay? So you need to be a strong individual and know what you're doing.
Sometimes it's not the b-boys or b-girls with the biggest moves that win solo battles, but those that are the most diverse.
Every round is your last round. But if a guy is like really talented in one thing, then you have to put the thing that you're good at against his, and hopefully you win.
One thing's for sure, for the winner of the French qualifiers, this is just the beginning, because when they get to the World Finals in London, it'll be a whole different floor game. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be an internationally renowned b-boy crew? You have to catch all your flights on time, you have to train hard, you have to rep your country all around the world. And all the time, making sure that you're looking fly, or flea, as Dinchy Strider would say. Well, we caught up with the UK's finest, Soul Mavericks, as they travelled to Le Mans for the 3-on-3 battles, and got a little insight into their world. The London-based Soul Mavericks are the reigning British champions. The full crew consists of 16 members and was started by the globally renowned DJ Renegade.
Soul Mavericks formed in 2005. I basically had the idea to put together a crew to represent the UK at the highest levels. Recruited from some of the good guys I saw on the scene hanging around, and then started to train them.
Modest as he may seem, Renegade is still the driving force behind the Soul Mavericks, using the experience and knowledge that he has gained from DJing in international battles and bringing it back to the UK. Soul Mavericks battle all over the world, so we got a taste of the travelling life as they headed to the 3-on-3 battles in Le Mans.
Yo, 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 this is Mid here from Soul Mavericks. Just starting a long weekend of battling and all of the fun, just waiting for the guys at Heathrow Airport. Hi, DJ Renegade, I can see Blitz, what's up, man? Got AJ.
AJ is the master of the flair, bringing a necessary element of power to the crew.
Yo, how you feeling about the plane, the journey?
Do you know what, yeah, compared to Ryan here, there's a lot of extra leg room. Look at this, bruv, look. Look at this, bruv, look.
It's beautiful when you leg room. AJ's a tall guy as well.
I'm 6'2", that's nice.
Got Reckless Lee.
Heathrow Airport,
yeah.
Soul Mavericks.
Reckless Lee is the crazy guy who likes to flip. He's pretty much at home being thrown around by the rest of the crew.
We're dangerous, isn't it, Kev?
And the b-boy in control of the camera is Midair, the guy with the oh-so-smooth styles. And I'm guessing he's a bit of a hit with the ladies, too.
Yo, Soul Mavericks in France. France, yo.
Yeah, Soul Mavericks, just looking at a place to train in the hotel. It's a bit crowded, as you can see. AJ and Phip's just trying to sort out some stuff for tomorrow. Over some last minute things.
So we're here now. We're at the jam. Stage is there. So at the moment the stage is a bit wet, but like we're getting there now. We're drying it up. Weather's getting better. The public are gonna watch us. It's quite good, you know.
This event is different because it's outside. Lots of the public are watching. It's free. We come down to battle, get the experience before we get to champs because we're going to be battling a lot of international heads and yeah, get in the mode, you know. We've just been trying to get the UK name up there. A lot of people have been, you know, saying the UK ain't at that international level, and we're just trying to make it get to that level, and we just want to bring it to every country and let them know that, you know. That's Soul Mavericks. We all got one vision, and we're just trying to focus on that vision together. Besides any kind of politics, it's just all straight. We want to get good. That's it. Winning UK champs will mean the world to us.
Yeah, it's the only really big event we have in the UK.
A lot of us had inspiration from all the b-boys and the crews that have performed there in the past.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for the guys, Le Mans wasn't to be for them, and they crashed out early doors.
Today we was unfortunate today, you know, but we got knocked out first round. But the battle was crazy, you know, like everyone was loving what we was doing, and we loved the support from the crowd and everything. And we just tried to use all the artillery that we had at the time, you know.
But you can be sure that these guys are going to be back when it comes to the World Finals in the UK. Welcome back to the Sony Ericsson World B-Boy Series. Coming up later in the show, we're going to Le Mans to check out the French solo qualifiers. And also, we're going to be teaching you a little bit of hip-hop speak. But first, style, elegance, subtlety. Things the French have in abundance. So what better time to discuss B-boy fashion?
I think it's not always about the move, it's how you dress and how you act that's gonna make you win the battle and make you feel good.
When you look fresh, you dance fresh, you know?
You know, when people see you, they kind of judge a book by its cover, but you kind of have to dress the way you flow, the way you rock.
Style is your swagger, it's you, it's how you walk, how you talk, how you carry yourself, how you present yourself, that's your style.
Nowadays, a lot of the old school fashion is being reincorporated into b-boy style. It looks as fresh today as it did back in the day.
Tough Tim Twist of the legendary Rocksteady crew knows a thing or two about the old school. Not only is he a b-boy, but also a memorabilia collector. His hip-hop enthusiasm has seen him digging through little-known New York hotspots to find the freshest b-boy wear that has ever surfaced. And now he's opened up his wardrobe to give you guys a glimpse.
This one here is a classic copy of the original Beat Street Pumas, the windbreaker suits that they wore in the film Beat Street. This was made by the Tokyo Rocksteady chapter. It's a full suit. This one here is what we call a scrub suit, just a medical scrub suit. It's really cheap for the guys in New York to buy or to get hold of. Maybe they even got them passed down from relatives, you know, never wore them. The original B-boys was poor. Next, Puma suit. This is a tracksuit, so it's a full suit again. Perfect for dancing also. For us, we only had Puma and Adidas. They were the two main labels that we all hunted down. These mock necks are one of the most sought after items, and if you can get an original one like this, they're worth a fortune. But they come in all different colours and styles, short sleeves, long sleeves. When you did like your power moves, the mock neck would stay down, so you wouldn't get the rising of the clothes, and that's why they were so nice. Some of the original beanies from New York, Return of the Jedi, the Space Invaders. You see b-boys dancing in circles and the hats fall off. These stay on, man. You can spin forever and they'll never come off. If you notice, a lot of these styles, they're very slim. As a b-boy and as a judge, what you're looking for angles when a b-boy hits a freeze or when he's moving around on the floor. You want to be able to see every single movement and every single step he does. This is a style that was created by b-boys. A lot of the styles that we've adopted were accidental styles.
Thank you to the Dapper Don Tough Tim Twist. Now, if you've been following this series over the last few weeks, you'll know that we made a promise to you to help you to be fluent in hip-hop speak. Over the last few weeks, you've learned terms such as the cypher, the blow-up and the crash. But now, it's time to get your pens ready for lesson number 2.
I'm gonna smoke till me eye them red like fire. Read a couple page and chant.
If you've seen some of the other shows, you'll know that we take our role as educators very seriously. A few weeks ago, we explained some hip-hop terms to get you primed for your first jam. And now it's time to pluck up your ears and learn a few more. First up, the age-old mistake of repetition. If you see a b-boy from an opposing crew counting on his hands, that's a sign that you've done that move one too many times.
You don't repeat your moves, you don't do the same thing every time.
Oh, he did that twice. He did that 3 times. So when you see people going like this, that means you did that already, dog. I seen it already.
Even if somebody can do one thing like crazy, if he keeps doing it round after round, it's like, come on. Like, the first time it was nice, the second time was okay, but now you're just repeating.
Next, biting. This is a big no-no. B-boying is all about originality and inventing your own style. When you bite, you're taking something from someone else and trying to claim it as your own. As you can see from this clip, accusations of biting are taken very seriously.
That means lips of big fish who swim in ocean and eat all what he see. He just up, see, eat, bite everything.
B-boying is considered creative, so biting is the opposite of being creative. You're taking things that are off somebody's character and you're just copying it straight.
A lot of people, they're afraid to show who they are because they think that people will say, yo, you whack. No, just do what you do, be yourself.
If you're doing a certain move that somebody else does, flip it, approach it differently. Don't just copy somebody's whole swag.
As Bruce Lee told, honestly express yourself. This is the hardest thing in the world.
And getting smoked. The b-boy has lit up the floor with his set and he's quite literally on fire. You've put down your round, he's answered it, rolled you up and thrown you away. Game over, he's done with you.
When you smoke somebody, it's kind of like the worst humiliation. It's like you killed them, you murdered their round. Like it's like, boom, finished.
Getting smoked and getting beat is 2 different things. You can get smoked really bad, and that just means that you didn't have no chance of winning. You didn't win no rounds. It was just not your day today.
You can see the moment when you're done with your set, and everybody around is going like, ah, like screaming like crazy, and then you see the guy like, I have to do something, but I don't know what to do. Like that thing in his eyes. Then he knows it's done.
It's time to hand back to Le Mans to check out the French solo qualifiers, the winner of which will be battling it out on this very stage in London. So, France, time to show us what you got. Although Hooch was stuck in London making last-minute arrangements for the World Finals, there was still one b-boy who was yet to book his ticket. Earlier on in Le Mans, we met some of the French b-boys that were tipped to win by local insider JP. The experienced b-boy from Vagabonds, Munir.
Everybody thinks I will win. I have more chance. If you start to think like this is the beginning of the end.
Power move specialist Billy Boy of Pokémon.
La stratégie, c'est plutôt technique, les combos directs, tu vois. Pas faire trop de base, tout ça.
And Khalil of Legitime Obstruction.
I have to win, and there is really good b-boys, so we will see.
For the first 2 b-boys, everything was going according to plan, but Khalil slipped up in the quarter-finals, dashing his hopes of going to the UK, which made for some interesting semi-final lineups. In In semi-final 1, Billy Boy took on Dylan from Legitimate Obstruction. Both B-boys had similar styles, but in the end, Billy Boy's experience shone through against the younger B-boy. With one spot taken up in the final, semi-final 2 would see Munir from Vagabond's crew against Soso from Melting Force. Munir got things underway.
The French b-boying has a long history with many good b-boys before, and they're still there, so we can learn about them. And I think the French b-boys already had this, everybody called the French touch. And I think this is real. We have the French touch.
Soso answered Munir with a round fluent in power, going from elbow hops to hand hops to show some impressive strength. With it all to do, Munir needed a lot of variety in his round. He combined top rock, flares and body control to give the judges something to think about. Soso was looking to cause an upset, and he exploded into his last round. But his final freeze looked messy as he missed a leg grab, which Munir was only too keen to point out to the judges. In the end, it was the perfect execution of moves that saw Munir through to the final. Billy Boy stepped out first. He wasted no time with his first combo, pushing up from a flare into what looked like an incredible one-handed air flare. But Munir wasn't going to be fazed, coming out with a powerful move combination of his own. With the battle entering the last round, Billy Boy made a costly error on his landing, coming out of an air flare. Was Munir's stamina enough to carry him through, to be crowned France's #1 b-boy? It was Munir who snatched the win with a 2-1 decision, but his dedication to his crew saw him hand over the ticket to his rival, Billy Boy.
I can do both battles. I prefer keep my energy and my mind to my crew and let him keep his energy and his mind to his one-on-one battle.
We'll find out next week if Munir's devotion to his boys is well-founded, as Vagabonds try to get to the World Crew Battle Finals at the European Qualifiers in Holland. If you want to see how he does in London, the only way you're going to be able to do that is by continuing to watch this show. Next time, we descend on the European Qualifiers. They're in Holland, and 7,000 b-boys descended on the IBE Hip Hop Festival. There are only a few crew spots up for grabs, so the competition is going to be intense. All that next time.